Hi, this is Deepa. Welcome back to my channel. Today we'll learn about scope of a variable in C++. Scope of a variable means a block or a region where the variable can be accessed or modified. So here is an example calculator.cpp where I have defined three regions. One is to calculate the addition, one is to calculate the multiplication, and third is to calculate the division. So the scope of a variable depends upon where it is defined, whether it's inside this particular blocks or outside of this particular blocks. First, let's take one real-time example. If you are a student, you will have a school ID, or if you are an employee, you will have an employee ID. And if you want to apply for the bank account opening or to apply for the driving license, so definitely they will ask you for the ID proof. So can you give the school ID or employee ID to them? No, you can't, because scope of this ID is limited to school or office only. Similarly, the scope of a local variable is limited to that block, to that loop or function only. It can be accessed within in a declared block, loop or functions. We cannot access outside that block or that loop. Now, if you have other ID that is valid or can be used as a ID proof in banks or RTO office or anywhere in India, because it is considered as a valid ID in the India. Similarly, global variable is accessible in all the blocks anywhere in the application, which we need to define outside of all the functions. Basically, we write it at the top of the program. It can be accessed from anywhere in the program, from any functions or loops. Now let's write one program. Name of the file is scope of variables. Give the extension cpp.cpp. Hash include header file. The name of header file is iOS stream. Then using namespace std. So this is a function, and the code written within in this curly bracket will get executed for this main block. Now similarly we'll write one more block. The return type will be void and display. Now we'll declare one variable and display that value is equals to 100. So here we have declared one variable number, value is 100 and the data type is integer. Okay, so now with the help of cout, we'll display the value and name of variable. As discussed, the main function is get called by operating system or C++ framework. Similarly, we need to call this display function from somewhere. So we'll call it from the main function. This is the way how we can give the name of a function and brackets. That's it. And we need to give return type. Return is equals to 0, because we have given here return type in a main as a int. So we need to return the value integer. 0 means the execution is successful and 1 means there is an error in the program. So by default, we are returning 0 value. Save this program and execute. You can see in the terminals, the value of number is equals to 100. Means properly it has displayed the value of a number. Now the same cout statement will write into the main function. Anyway, we know we have defined this variable, so we'll write this. Oh, but it's showing an error. Identifier number is undefined. It means the variable is not defined. Okay. Now let's understand what is local variable. Now the int number is a variable we have declared and initialized within in this display block. or display function, not within in this main function. So the scope of a number variable will be limited to the display function within in this curly brackets and will not be able to access outside this curly bracket or outside the display function. So that is the reason it's giving one error number, right? This is the functionality of a local variable. Now we know that local variable we cannot access outside that block. So what we'll do, we'll write that variable above all the functions or all the blocks. So we can write over here. Now we'll be able to access. See, the error has gone. That we'll give the name of a function to get an idea. Display and main. Run this program. Now you can see the output display the name of a function and if value of a number is equals to 100. Similarly, main function you have called value of a number is equals to 100 means local variables cannot be accessed outside that block, but the global variables can be accessed within in the all blocks of your program. I hope you are clear with the global and local variables. We are clear with the global variable and this is global variable. Okay, now if I want to define the variable in a main with the same name, the name of a global variable. So is it possible to give the name? We'll see. Int number is equals to 200. Yes, it's allowing, it's not giving any error. So we can give the same name to the variable which is global and as well as to the local variable. It will not give an error. In the memory, it will allocate the separate memory locations to these two different variables and these will be treated as a two different variables. Number is equals to 100 will be the one variable and the value with the 200 will be the second variable. So if I print value of a number variable in the main function, the right now cout function, so which value will get printed, whether the global variable value will be printed or the local. Let's see. We can see here in the main function the value of a local variable has been printed over here and in the display function the value of number is equals to 100 means the global value of a global variable is printed over here. So this is clear, means within in a block instead of considering the global variable it considers the local variable first. Now what if I want to access the value of a global variable in the main function? Actually, the local variable hides the visibility of a global variable in the main function. But now if I want to access, I can give this colon colon. Colon colon is nothing but the resolution operator, scope resolution operator. Whenever we write colon colon, which is a scope resolution operator, this will consider the global variable or this will access the global variable. Now we'll see this. Perfect. Now first line is value of a number is 200 in the main function. So first it's local variable value and the main function the value of a number is 100. Due to the scope resolution operator, the value of a global variable is printed and displays global variable. So now we are clear with the scope resolution operator. Whenever we want to access the global variable, if the same name of a local variable is available, then only we can use this resolution operator. Or by default you can use for your safer side. Let's revise the scope resolution operator. We have seen that if we declare the same variable as a global and as a local, then the local variable hides the identity of the global variable, or whenever we try to access the global variable, it shows the local variable value. To solve that problem, we use scope resolution operator. So first point is declaration of a variable in the inner block can hide a declaration of a same variable in the outer block. Second point, the scope resolution operator can solve this problem. We have seen that with the help of colon colon, we can access the variable which is defined globally. Syntax is colon colon variable name. Point number 4, this operator allowed to access a global variable. So I hope you are clear with the points. So today we have covered local variables, global variables and scope of resolution operator. If you have any queries, please comment below so I will reply you back with the solution. And if you like the video, please share with your friends and subscribe it. Thank you.